Is Wendy Williams' well-being declining again? It certainly appears so in light of the fact that, as per the reports, the famed television diva has been as of late hospitalized 2 times, and her decaying condition turned into the explanation of dropping her discourse, a significant gig which could have possibly bring Wendy to 5000. Well, we have all been sitting tight for her to be back in the Broadway, yet it appears as though there are additional squeezing matters to address, like her critical hospitalization. So how about we dive into the subtleties of this story? Hey everybody, and welcome back to Celeb Live Station. So Wendy Williams has evidently come back on target, until the new stunning insights regarding her dire hospitalization hit the titles recently, as it was accounted for by the sources the television host's well-being got really ugly as she has been hospitalized soon after dropping her discourse at the ladies' exhibition last moment, giving fans more motivations to stress over her condition and life. On May 19, 2023, The Sun distributed selective report expressing that the previous moderator was purportedly hospitalized 2 times because of the wealth of worry that she wasn't all around doc to make that big appearance and take an interest in 2023 All Extreme Ladies exhibition in Atlanta. This end of the week, the situation was last moment wiping out, and it seems like Wendy couldn't have cared less about losing her benefit, as the Sun states Wendy Williams is as of now hospitalized, and as the sources announced, the television diva had been formerly going to various clinical offices preceding her dick in spite of the charges that Wendy began to drink again, was fighting her liquor misuse. One insider guaranteed that the idea of her well-being alarm doesn't have anything to do with drinking, and it way more serious than many individuals naturally suspect. As one source imparted to The Sun, it should be obvious that she is in the clinic this moment, and it's not. Recovery, I don't know which medical clinic. Aside from that, she's certainly in New York. Another source said that Wendy's family has proactively been informed that she's been hospitalized, yet they don't have every one of the insights concerning what occurred at this point, and it seems like the television host's well-being has been declining for some time currently, considering the way that she had been as of late released from the medical clinic and wanted to take an interest in ladies' discussion as a featured expert. A source near the family affirmed that Wendy's state has been deteriorating for some time, saying Wendy previously went into the clinic around 14 days prior. She was delivered momentarily last end of the week, and she went right back in. It came as a shock for some fans who saw Wendy's face on the banner of the ladies' exhibition and were eager to see their number one superstar give a public discourse. And in spite of the fact that we haven't caught wind of Wendy in some time, normally many individuals accepted that she was getting along nicely and getting her solidarity for her colossal rebound. Yet the truth hit us hard with the fresh insight about Wendy being hospitalized and family petitioning God for her to get better before that latest possible moment. Retraction. The exhibition site prodded Wendy's various fans with the promotion of her discourse, promising the clever jump into Wendy's experience, saying join featured expert Wendy Williams as she shares understanding into her exploring 3-decade vocation in diversion, and in the background investigate her rousing process of life, chasing genuine joy. On Saturday, May 20, 2023, at 1 over the most recent couple of months, it appeared as though Wendy was more than anxious to have returned to work. She was seen with her recording group in a few cafes going to the radio broadcast, and as her delegate expressed, she missed being at the center of attention. So gave opportunity to Wendy to begin once again, and individuals were anticipating see their number one television diva sound and grinning truth. Be told it worked out that Wendy couldn't give a full discourse, and there were even hypotheses that she had to acknowledge the solicitation to that gig, notwithstanding her declining well-being state. As one insider expressed, there have been inquiries regarding on the off chance that Wendy was all around to make it happen, and there was moving by some to get her to Atlanta and to put her on that stage. It appears as though somebody was anxious to push Wendy back into the spotlight and begin putting the flash on her name. Well, she was most certainly one of the most expected speaker at that discussion, and taking into account the way that it ought to have been her most memorable public appearance since that her terrible separation dramatization, and all that trailed behind. Many fans were making arrangements and purchasing costly tickets just to hear Wendy sharing her experience. Yet, as the source uncovered the previous television Av was plainly not in her best state to give any talks whatsoever, and clearly she was maneuvered toward consenting to take an interest in that gig, as the insider added Wendy's capacity to perform has been rough, best-case scenario. She can assemble a sentence one day yet, not the following. There have been serious inquiries, as of late about in the event that she will at any point get better well. It seems like not exclusively Wendy's group was requesting two yet. They were plainly taking advantage of the previous television, as by booking that give it appears as though they were drawn in by the strong check Wendy might have possibly gathered after her short execution. It was accounted for that the television star might have gotten $25,000 for talking at that lady's exhibition, and brain me, that is a seriously pleasant aggregate to procure for. An hour of discourse, so somebody was trusting that Wendy would have the option to give that discourse as late as possible, yet truth be told, everything turned out surprisingly more terrible for the television diva, and she must be taken to emergency clinic this latest possible moment, undoing just energized fans' most exceedingly terrible feelings of dread, and they immediately denounced Wendy's group in taking advantage of her, and involving the debilitated lady as an instrument to get more cash flow. As one individual composed, "This is so despicable, and desolate individuals continue to attempt to take advantage of her," and another client added, "She's not improving, and it's very disturbing. Appears as though she is stacking up medical problems. It most certainly appears as though Wendy is confronting another well-being emergency, since fans were guaranteed a video from Wendy herself talking about that discourse, crossing out yet with the insight about her being confessed to the medical clinic. It appears as though there's no desire to hear from Wendy once more again. Wendy Williams' Heath state has been terrifying for a surprisingly long time now, with many individuals plainly seeing that she isn't prepared for any sort of rebound, whether it's on television, radio, or even webcasts yet. It seems like her name is a significant snare for her gay fans, and that is the reason her group crushes all that they can from the television DVD diva, and her ubiquity, as it was before revealed by one of her dear companions. Wendy isn't in the best perspective, so tragically individuals will make the most of that. There's no refusal that Wendy Williams was resolved to be back at the center of attention, and she probably won't have assessed her physical and mental state cautiously, and evidently certain individuals involved the television gadget consistence for their potential benefit. In February this year, Wendy was spotted shooting another undertaking at Fresco by Scotto, and Nachi that very month she showed up at New York Design Week, leaving many fans worried about her general prosperity. She keeps on battling with medical problems following her recovery understudy last year, and she supposedly has little help after companions deserted her anyway. Wendy's alienated family acted the hero, and obviously they are profoundly worried by her prosperity, and remained after these rough several years, when in April Wendy paid a short visit to her dad and sibling to film a piece of her potential unscripted TV drama about her life. Her sibling Tommy communicated his anxiety to the U.S. child about his renowned sister's prosperity. Tommy was unsettled about that get-together for the most part, since there was nothing private about it.